What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. That took a little bit of finagling. I thought that this flour was going to end up being like this big, so I overestimated it a little bit. Anyways, switched it to a smaller plate. It's really just about matching up the pieces next to each other. You start with the smallest, thinnest piece, you kind of roll it in on itself and it'll look like the center of a flower. And then you just take the smaller pieces, you can slice them in half if you need to, and just get the petals to be like a little bit larger until you're at the end. And then I added some little leaves here that I thought are super cute. I just took my mandolin and did skin side down on a cucumber, just like twisted it, and then I shaped it into a point with a knife. I'll let you guys get a little bit of a closer look. Awesome, right? It's awesome. And I mean, there's not a whole lot of skill involved with this. If you ask your fishmonger, maybe they'll slice it thin for you. I, per usual, got all of my salmon for today from Coastal Seafood, which is literally the only place that I get sushi grade fish from in the Twin Cities. So this salmon is farmed, but it is the first and the only farmed salmon to be given a rating of green and best choice. So just a little bit more about Nordic blue salmon. The pens are stocked at densities below the industry standard in both the spring and the fall to ensure consistent harvests throughout the year. They are fed a custom diet with a higher concentration of omega-3 fatty acids than conventional feed and with only 17.3% marine content. So yeah, highest rated farmed salmon in the world. And Coastal Seafoods has it. You can try contacting your local fishmonger to see if they have it also, but I highly recommend it. I've had it before. It is delicious. And Coastal Seafoods, they gave me a big piece with the skin attached, and they just told me to slice it to the skin. I kind of had a hard time. It was my first time cutting salmon like that. I'm accustomed to just cutting a regular fillet. And all I'll recommend if you're gonna cut it at home is that you use a really sharp, really long knife, because ideally you wanna like kind of hold it and then slice. You don't wanna be zigzagging with the knife. You ideally want the entire knife by the time you reach here to have cut all the way through the fish so that you don't have to go back through it. Anyways, enough talking. I've got some coconut aminos here. If you are not on paleo, feel free to use soy sauce. And of course I have some wasabi in here also. All right. I'm so excited, a salmon feast. All right, yay. Oh my God. I'm like getting all the large pieces first. Let's get a small piece. It's one of my favorite foods. Guys, I get married 3 weeks from today. And by the time you watch this, it's going to be more like 2 weeks, actually. I'm actually freaking out. I mean, most everything is done, but I'm still having to finish my vows, which are harder to write than I thought they would be. And then it's just about finalizing the rest of the details. I'm starting to obsess over like really small things, which I know I need to not do. And other than that, I feel like, you know how like women, when they give birth, they get like postpartum depression. I feel like I've spent like the last year and a half of my life planning this party, and it's gonna be over so soon, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself after. I guess I'll just start planning our honeymoon, even though we've like half planned it already. Pray for me. Just be eating all of the food that I can't eat while I'm pregnant. I'll just do like a full-on sushi 6 months, because that's about how long we're gonna wait until we start trying. This is gonna be gone fast. This is like a little over a pound of salmon. Booyah. On a happier note though, I am so excited to go down to Florida. I don't even mind the winter yet here. It hasn't been cold long enough for me to really hate it yet. So it's not even about wanting to escape the winter. I'm just like, I love attention. If it's not obvious, people like me that are like putting themselves on video and like, I mean, a large majority of us have to like attention. Anyways, I just feel like, you know, of course, like in everyday life, no one's that self-centered that they're gonna put them like, you know, make everything about them all the time. But this is like one of those times that everything is about you and your fiance. And I've literally created this whole wedding, like from beginning to end, like every little tiny detail I've had my hands in, because you know, I love creating. And so I just cannot wait to be the star of this show that I have created. This is the greatest show. What an amazing way to get your protein in for the day too, eh? Like all of my protein on this plate for the day. I always keep track of my protein because I'm trying to gain muscle, and so people that I know are trying to do the same thing. They ask me like, what the hell do I eat in order to get all my protein for the day, because they have a really hard time with it. And this, like, fish is such a good way to get your protein in. Fish, chicken, beef, like beef is huge. If you don't eat meat, it's really tough. Shane and I did just watch that documentary on Netflix about the athlete that got hurt, and he decided to try a plant-based diet to try to get better faster. And then it kind of went around to a bunch of other athletes and explained like why they had decided to go plant-based diet and like how their performance got better. I just feel like there's two sides to every story. I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and they were saying like, yes, it's true that plants have everything that you need, like you wouldn't be deficient. However, it's not as easy as you would think, because plants have so much fewer of those things that you need within the proteins. So you have to eat like a lot of plant-based protein to make up for all the meat that you're not eating or the animal protein that you're not getting. And it's possible. Again, it's just hard. You hear these freaking horror stories of people that are following a vegan lifestyle and they'd like malnourish their kids. People feeding their cats salad. I don't know, guys. One thing's for sure though, the way that the animal business is run in this country is all sorts of screwed up. I do not agree with it, and Shane and I always look for the best sources to get all of our meats. We always buy organic. Costco's a great place, by the way. If you guys have a Costco membership, I always get organic cage-free eggs from Costco. We get our grass-fed ground beef from Costco. We've been getting our chicken breasts, organic free-range chicken at Whole Foods. So, you know, I feel like a lot of it is just about making wise choices, that these animals live good lives and aren't just like cooped up in a pen and like basically just live to die, you know, that they have a purpose, an actual life. I'm just not sure how realistic it would be for the whole world to stop eating animals. So freaking good, guys. I feel like this was just like, you know, it's not my birthday or anything. What did I do to deserve this? Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I think I have one more video I'm going to shoot for you before I go down to Florida, and then it's going to be tough. I might be able to film 2 videos in 2 weeks or something, but it's going to be tight, and all I'm going to want to do is like be doing the holiday stuff and the wedding stuff. So if I end up not posting for a couple weeks, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm just doing me, being a bride. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining me again today, and I will see you next time. Maybe I'll be a missus. Love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.